how did the partnership work with Noah, or was it difficult to tell with all the conditions and everything?
Um, it works well. I've been playing with Noah pre-season quite a bit. We got a good little connection on and off the field. I try to help him as much as I can, and I think it's good. He has all the attributes to be a very good centre back, and yeah, I just keep telling him, just keep talking, talk as much as you can, because it helps everyone else around him. So yeah, it's good.
And what do you think y'all can do better against Chicago if you're paired together?
Um, just connecting more. Just the manager said after the game, if one of us steps out, make sure the other one's covering right around, and just talking more. I think in the Toronto game, they didn't have too many chances. I think end of the second half, it got a bit open, which a lot of games do in this league. But I thought before that, it was going okay. The first goal was a bit frustrating. Like I said, I need to cover around quicker, and yeah, I thought it worked okay.
So when Pineda's talking about stepping up and covering ground, that first goal is an example of
Yes,
one of those situations.
I think I could have been closer to Noah. Brooks could have tucked in a bit more, but to be fair to the striker, he got a shot off quickly because Noah put the tackle in, and within a second he hits it. I was expecting him to take another touch to get close to me, so then I can put in a tackle. So he took it well. To be fair to him.
One of the things that a lot of people have talked about you, one of the things they appreciate is your level of communication with everybody around you. Have you always been this way? Or is this something you had to make yourself do?
I've always been that way. I think the last couple of years I've really worked on it. It's how you speak to people. It's
Okay.
the last couple of years I've really worked on that. Before I used to just shout at everyone, and it wasn't positive because sometimes you shout at some person, they react negatively. They put their head down, they go in their shell, and then it's a lose-lose battle for everyone. So it's just knowing what players you can shout out to get them rattled up. Like Gigi, I can shout at Gigi and you know he's going to get angry and play better. Sometimes you need to just say, oh, come on. Some players just head up, keep going, so then they kind of can slowly work their way back into the game. So it's just about how you communicate to the people, and yeah, the last couple of years I think I've really just practiced that.
Derrick, what does Chicago do well?
Their first press is pretty good. I think they press pretty hard at the start. They got some good individual players. Shaqiri, the new striker, looks a handful. Acosta is a good player. So they got a few new players, and I think they look like a different team than last year. So it's going to be a tough game, but they're coming to the Bends, and we know how much we enjoy playing there, and I'm just especially looking forward to getting out there and just making it right from the Toronto game, because it was a bit disappointing to lose that game, and just hopefully get some goals and pick up the morale again.
As a veteran, and we talked about Noah earlier, as a veteran, what are kind of the things that you're telling him that with him being a younger player in this league?
Just positioning, and even sometimes just on the ball, sometimes just be composed a bit, try to keep it simple. But Noah's a very good player. The one thing I like about Noah the most is he wants to learn as well. So he's constantly asking questions. He's taking things on board. So yeah, he's a bright future, and just looking forward to just working with him and just seeing how he grows.
Is he a guy you can yell at, or is he a guy you have to be more subdued to?
Nah, I shout at you. Sometimes us as defenders, we have to be aggressive. I want him to be aggressive, and he has all that. He has that aggression in him. That's the one thing I like about him. He has that bite about him, and yeah, I like when I see him angry.
Yeah.
When you're 18 and you're a center back, how steep is the learning curve when you're jumping into
It just depends, really. Depends how much you watch football. Depends how much you watch players in your own position. I remember at that age, I had a few good mentors to look forward to. I was watching Richard Dunn, James Collins, Premier League veterans. So I was just learning from them every day. So just depends, really. If you're good enough, it doesn't matter what age you are. And I think Noah is good enough. So obviously he is very young. It's just about getting that experience, learning how to deal with certain situations, not to drop his head after certain situations. So it's just, learning curve.
Toronto had a lot of man marking principles throughout the game. How difficult did that make it for y'all in build up?
It was pretty difficult, to be honest with you, just because we didn't expect it too much. And then when we did go long, I felt like their back three big centre backs did well to cope with the long balls. I think it'd be a different game this Saturday or Sunday. Sorry. I feel like if they want to do man for us with the players we have back now, good luck to them. You leave Thiago, Gigi, Xande, Sabo 1v1. I back them against anyone in this league. So I think we were missing a bit of that against Toronto. The conditions didn't help. I hope they do go man for man, to be honest with you.
As a former Villa player, came up with their academy, you can see their chances to stay in the top 4? Or?
I hope so. They're playing good football. I like watching them play. I think that manager's done an unbelievable job, and it's good to see. I always keep up to date with like my old clubs and stuff, so it's good.
Derrick, just a little off topic, but I want to get in the mind of a player on a game day, starting with just kind of like when you leave the door in the morning and how you kind of get yourself in the right headspace to actually play. Can you kind of walk me through kind of what your mindset is like, what kind of how your psyche is from that time where you're kind of maybe more relaxed with your family when you're in the morning or whatever to the time where you actually get to that game?
Yeah, so during the day I'm relaxed. I spend some time with the kids, and then usually I'll go to the bedroom, lay down for about an hour and a half-ish, watch film on the strikers, maybe have a nap, and then as soon as I get to the stadium, I get into a different mindset. I play better when I'm angry, so I try to just get angry, to be honest with you. This is something that I've worked on the last couple of years as well. I didn't always used to like playing angry because I wanted to enjoy the game, but I'd rather play angry and win and then enjoy it more. So I kind of just get into this mind frame of I use small things to try to piss me off. If I've seen something, maybe something they've said or something that happened to me before, I try to use that.
Is it because you're not normally like that? Like you're not normally an angry person, so you kind of have to get yourself revved up a little bit for a game? Or?
I'm angry when I play. When I play sports, I'm very competitive, which I don't always like, because sometimes I turn into do anything to win. But I just learned that's the way I am. So I kind of leaned into it more, and I've been kind of enjoying it, to be honest with you. Just taking on that role of just adding that bit of grit and aggressiveness to the team.
How's it been adjusting to the city?
To be honest with you, I live further out. I live about 40 minutes out, but I've been really enjoying it. Me and my family love it. We're close to Alpharetta, so we're walking distance to restaurants and stuff like that. Really enjoying it. It's quiet. It's nice.
Atlanta traffic worse in DC or the other way around?
It's probably worse here. It's bad here. Even LA, I think here is worse than LA, to be honest with you. It just depends what time you're going to certain places, isn't it?
Derrick, through 4 games, Atlanta United's averaging less than 50% possession. I think that might be the first time in club history. How would you judge, why that might be? Is it just the nature of those 4 games, or anything else that you're noticing?
It's a good question. Sometimes it's how you shape up defensively, where you want to give up space. If you don't want to give up space in behind, sometimes you drop deeper, so then you kind of defend deeper, so they have more space in front of you. But I don't feel like we do that too much. It's something we're still working on. Every day we talk about it, just about our press and pressing at the right times. Sometimes we don't get our pressing at the right times, and then that can give them an extra 5 to 10% possession in the game. The one positive thing I think is, especially at home, is I think against Orlando they might have a bit more possession, and I felt like we could have scored 8 or 9 goals. So sometimes they're like, okay, we could have an extra 5%, but we could take away 3 or 4 chances. And I think, look, we want to be a possession-based team, 100%. We want to dominate the ball, dominate chances. I think that will come. But at the moment, it's not too bad. I think we're not giving up too many chances compared to the possession that the other team's been having. I think that's a big thing. If we were conceding a lot of chances, then you're like, hold up, something's definitely not right. But yeah, we definitely want to get that better. We want to be dominating the ball. So I think it's just our pressing triggers really we need to work on.
How's it been adjusting to the system that Gonzalo prefers? Because obviously Greg had his system, Wayne had his system. So how does those differ from what Gonzalo prefers?
To be honest, on the ball, it's quite similar to Wayne because last year I played in the middle of a 3. So I was comfortable on the ball in there, so it kind of transitioned pretty nicely, to be honest with you. The only difference was just transferring into a 4 when we defend, which I did with Greg a lot. Greg liked the team to be more open, which was more difficult to defend. And the way Gonzalo likes it is, I think it suits me a lot better. He likes aggression, he likes being organized, which is a big thing. So yeah, it's been a breath of fresh air to work with him. Really, I've been really enjoying it. Every day, I learn something from just how he speaks in the meetings, how he treats everyone the same, which I think is massive here. Because with the DP, the salary the way it works out, sometimes you can have sometimes, what's the word?
Discrepancy.
Yes, you can have that sometimes but the manager speaks to everyone the same, so I really like that, and I think it comes across well. Thanks.
I didn't mean to speak for you.
No.
Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers, Derek.